You're right there, my name's Brian Joe, and this is the last instalment of this epic three-part series. This is going to go down in history like, I don't know, like Lord of the Rings. Apparently, this has been one of the big blockbusters of the summer. You don't need to go out and watch your Oberheimans or Barbie Girl. Most people have said that this is fact. They like to sit down on Friday nights and put on my series of how to paint a room. Right, so in this episode here, it's just a quick rundown of how and what we did for the painting of this room. Well, honestly, I don't know where some people get their ideas from to wear paint rooms and stuff. Right, so what it was is, this blue here, we took three coats of blue, 2 coats of the gloss, so it was an undercoat gloss, and then we put on a gloss after, a satin one, finished one. And then this was a grey paint, and this took 2 coats. All in all, the first coat of the blue took it took a good 6 hours for that to dry. I'm not sure if it's just because of the wall or the paint itself. The second coat wasn't too bad. Left it 3 hours, before the second to the third. With the grey was alright actually. Even though, because of the way it worked out, we left the grey 1 coat and then we come back the next day and finished it off. So in all, 3 coats for the blues, 2 coats for the gloss, and 2 for the grey, and 2 for the skirting again. So it took about 2 days all in all. It was a good little project. I advise anyone to change the colours of the room, because honestly it does. The room feels more open or something. It's interesting. You didn't think it would do something, but it has. So give it a go, see what happens. Please like and subscribe. Just watch the video, disrespect, I don't care mate, say something, right? You get loads of shit from Amazon, don't you? Why don't they call it Amazon, named after like the ozone layer, you know, big old thing like that. They can keep that, they want. That's the type of nice guy I am. Alright, so this is it here. Johnson's primer. Alright, this is how I prime. I cut first. So I cut on bits on the ceiling, bits on the wall. I don't worry about it too much. And I'm going to start here next to the window so I know where I am. And I'm going to come around from here. So I'm going to do about an inch in from the ceiling, so where your roller hits it, it'll come in. So that's how you're doing it. So about an inch in from the ceiling like that. You can see that. And we'll do about an inch down as well. So the roller, probably a little bit more, probably 2 inches down. Just so when the roller comes back it doesn't hit the ceiling, you know. It's a good marker. And this is going over that damp proofing paint that's dried now. This is the whole reason why we did the damping first, just to give us a little bit of time. Otherwise we're always waiting on stuff. We don't want to prolong it, we want to get in and out as quick as possible. And remember, we want to be down the pub in 2 hours. Yeah, so we want to cut around the lines as well with the primer, so we go all the way down there. Doesn't matter if you get on the skirt, as long as you don't leave any big drips or anything. Oh, I tell you, this wood chip, soaks up. This texture paint, it does take a little work. You know, it's amazing all the different paint styles. I remember I see someone, she did a glitter on her front room. It looked amazing, man. I want to swear to emphasise how good it looked. So I tried to do it after. Mine looks subtle in comparison to it. So there's other good styles. There's also another one. So I'm going to do half and half. So this is going to be a kind of a navy blue, royally blue. And this is going to be a dark grey. So we're going to do that style. I quite like that style. But plus, because the way, obviously the person who's got this room, you can see the markings. So that's why they want the grey there. I think they have something against the wall there. So obviously, it sucks it up, it doesn't look so beat up and stuff, you know, so I get it. You know what, yeah. You want to get yourself a good hat as well, man. Get yourself a hat that protects your head. It's not a hard hat. You going next to that, you stop instantly. So remember, we want it up here. We've cut in now, so we don't have to worry too much. So remember, we're going along and we're going across this, right? It's best to just go in segments, so you know where you are and where you're going. We go all the way along, and then we'll go along, go along. Now you can see all the ceiling. So all the ceiling, all the tuff, it's all been primered now. Don't worry, that's just shadow, ain't my poor painting, okay? That's my excuses as I'm sticking to it. Right, look at that, we're getting there now. And that's how this first bit up there. Remember, that window is probably going to get done tomorrow. It's a bigger job than I thought it was, actually. So, at least all the ceiling, it's all streety and all that. So what we'll do now with the ceiling, we'll let that paint, we'll let that dry. We're going to go around the side of the walls because it's going to be a different... Alright, so we're going to go to beyond the radiator now. So I know many people might not have seen these. These are like the mini roller, but with a big giraffe long neck extension. They're brilliant for getting behind the radiators, yeah? So get another medium sort of thread, not this one, because it's going to be a wall. It's not one of those, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called. I'm not stupid, no. Oh. Right, you put that on there like that, and then you're going to stick it behind the radiator. Right, I'm going to show you now. So, as you can see, the radiator, so you've got the long roller, and it gets all the way down behind it. Move it along that bit. Got sun's out the day, isn't it? You want to be out painting, be out sitting in the sun, mate, sitting out in the park, sparkling open a bottle of beer or something, eh? So we want to get this painting done so we can get out there enjoying everyone. Right, so we're going to gloss the windows now. So a tip for when you're glossing the windows. Right, see this window, it opens out like this. So what we'll do first, we're going to gloss this window. So what we've done, once you finish glossing that one, you can open it up, and then it's out of sight so you can't touch it. Then you crack on doing the top bits up here. So always start up in the corner, work your way down. So if you get any drips and stuff that fall, you can catch them, go over them, smooth them out, make it look good. Plus, you want the window that opens out, because the thing is, you want that to dry first, because the thing is, remember, that's the window that shuts. Don't be leaving properly open and stuff. No one likes having the window open. Don't know who's going to come in, do you? Trust me. So, yeah, crack on with that. Oh, it's a zapping day today, I think. Do you know when you get them zapping days? I think we've got... You're right, so now we're going to start on the blue. So we're painting the walls here blue, the ceiling's white. So what we're going to do, as you can see, we cut up to about a good 2 inches up close to the wall. Be kind of gentle when you get to the top of the wall as well, because the thing is otherwise you're going to get the blue splashes. Get them on the ceiling. Now, best thing to do is keep a bit of wet tissue, well, a wet cloth, stuff like that. Sometimes you might get a little kind of driplets. They're easy, they'll come off because the ceiling's nice and dry. We've done it yesterday. So we just put this on now. I'll show you here. I'm going to roll this on. Try not to put too much on it. You're going to need 2 coats for this stuff. Wood chip's a nightmare, I'm not going to lie, I did tape the ceiling because the thing is it's so uneven up there. It's the best thing to do it. Remember, always start up because drips always come down. So you come up there, leave it. Up there, leave it. So we're going to work our way. Like I said, this stuff. We're just going to break it in first, you know, mate. It's like a nice pair of new Gucci's, you know. Got to break them in. Might get a couple of blisters on the hands or on the back of the horse or whatever. Right up there, that's where you want it. Sometimes it's best to always leave that kind of, use that S kind of shape. It leaves it, don't get that overlap marks so badly. It's coming on quite thick actually. see, it's not coming on too badly, so we'll see what happens. Like I said, you know, it's something different, a bit of blue. I'm break for the norm for me. I'm bored of doing the white all the time, that's for sure. Need a bit of brown now and again, don't you? Alright, that's had a primer on it, and I put the blue on. The blue's not stayed on it. It's not setting on it properly. I think the walls are damp and stuff, so the thing's not drying on it. This is summer, by the way. It's July, so it's not like it's cold outside. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to let it dry, see if the walls dry out. Maybe the primer needed a little more time to dry. It's the same with that wall as well. It's not as bad, but it's like you paint on it and it just comes off. I think I'm going to give it. Yeah, it seems to be sticking better. So that is another big tip. Always make sure you wash your walls. Keep a clean area, everything clean. Prepping again. It's amazingly key. Prep, you know? Prep and manger, as they say in the business, man. That's why they got their name from, I think. Alright, so that's not too bad. We're going to quickly just give this a quick roll and see how it goes. So remember, you want to leave yourself 2 inches at the top. See how this sticks. Yeah, that looks alright actually. Looks beautiful, baby. This is lovely, mate. Lovely little wall this is now. Look at that. Nice little blue colour, that. I like that actually. Yeah, definitely. Looks good, that does. Looks nice. I'm well gel, mate. Yeah, it's probably a little ring blue, isn't it? It's not bad. So remember, look, always wash your walls first and all that. Make sure the prepping, always get your prepping in. I said the prepping, if you don't prep well, it can ruin your weekend or whatever you got planned. It can. Is this a ball breaker, as they say in the business, I do believe. Alright, it seems to be going on a lot nicer now. Yeah, it's going on lovely now. Yep. So always make sure you wash your walls before you start painting. It's a cardinal kind of sin not to, I think. You could possibly be reprimanded for that. Yeah. I mean, wood chip it's also a pain in the backside to paint wood chip. It's all the little nooks and crannies that get stuck in and stuff. But yeah, it's coming out quite nice, this blue. I quite like it actually. Apparently it's meant to be a calming aspect of the blue as well. So, if you're prone to fits or rage or whatever, stick a bit of blue on your walls. Maybe chill you out, mate. You'll bowl around like Bob Marley all the time, you know? No, he's a bit of a misogynist, isn't he? He's always telling women what to do, you know? No woman, no cry and stuff. Oh, I want to cry, I'll cry, Bob, so leave me alone. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'm sure it's gone as well now. It probably won't even need. I think 2 coats of that and it's done. So yeah, with the wood chip. Yeah, definitely a thumbs up with this. It's come out well. Wood chip is a bit of a nightmare. It's a nightmare cutting with wood chip. I've taped it up, but even taping it up, and I've got a particularly little brush to do the cutting. Right, so here's the story now. Right, we're going to paint this top bit here. It's going to go blue all the way along. We've got some grey paint that we might go along the bottom here. I advise tomorrow, I've masked up all of it. It's so potent, the blue. it white now after we painted it. Plus the gloss. Not gloss, it's like we paint with gloss. It's like one of those, you buy a nice like, white, crisp, white new t-shirt, you know. You just don't want to get anything on it. You're eating, drinking anything around it like that. So, masking tape up, it's definitely worth it. Yeah, it takes a little time, but do it properly enough. So, this is how I'm cutting in. So I'm going to cut in, like I said, 2 inches inside. So start there, all around 2 inches, and then what we do, I'm going to meet it with the roller. Just going to quickly bash out this bit of the wall, and then we'll knock it out with the roller after. It's going to look nice, I think. I like it already. It's far interesting. I mean, give it a shot, mate. Like I said, we're going to do this at kind of marbly grey as well. I think sometimes it is. It's nice. I quite like it. I think I might do this shit myself, you know. So, it's gone quite well. It's nice as well. It's a nice little blue. Do you understand? This wall's gone a lot better. I mean, obviously, the second coat will cover everything. It'll look nice. But I quite like it. I'm going to tell you a tip now, right? If you look here, obviously there's a cut-off bit here to the left. So don't lose train of thought, because you don't always start painting into that wall, because you're doomed, mate. That's going to cost you a lot of time. So always be mindful what you're doing, because I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit of a dreamer brother, and I get a bit carried away. So you have to put yourself in check, because you don't want to be going over that and painting that white. But it's quite nice, this checkered thing. Already, I think it does. I think it gives a room a different feel. Sometimes white can be a bit. So we're putting the grey on now on the bottom bit. What I'm doing, I'm using a little mini roller. We haven't got much of this grey paint. Plus, don't want it splashing around everywhere. Because if you use the big roller, it sprays. Because the gloss, we're going to keep that white. Like I said, this is quite dark, this stuff, so it definitely leave blemishes everywhere, so we don't want that, which is more work. So use a little roller. You've got more control over stuff, you know. It's definitely interesting. It looks a lot darker than I thought it was grey. I think it's, you know, I think they have stuff against this. They have a shoe rack or something. I don't know. I've noticed blemishes. I think there might even be a weight rack or something. So you get all the markings with the plates and stuff, you know. It looks interesting. That's what it's far more interesting. All these different things. If anyone else has any other crazy paint schemes, please comment on the thing down below. And if anyone likes this job or in the painting, like and subscribe, please. Remember. I think it looks really good. Right, that's the first coat of the grey. It's a darker grey than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lighter one, but once it dries, what we're going to do, we're going to put another coat on and we'll cut it so it's all nice. Then the last bit, we'll come back and we'll gloss the skirts and stuff. I like it. I think it looks really good. Do you know what? It's funny. It does give you a funny, different kind of. When the room is all white now, I don't know, it's a bit hospital-y. Not hospital-y, hospital don't even have white anymore. But I don't know. Office-y maybe. This is, yeah, I like it. I feel calmer, more relaxed. Got a little kip in the corner. I was double lively with the white. Nah, a little bit more subtle now. We've got a bit of the brown on the wall. Not brown, grey. Yeah, so I like it. Right, I started the second coat on it now. So it's got the second coat. It's gone on not too bad at all. It's masking tape around there, by the way. It's not on the walls. So look at that, all the way from the window there. I like it. It's not a bad blue actually. I'm starting to think maybe we should have done the whole room in it. Right, that wall's going to be white. Door glossed. That one's just grey, that. It looks a bit black, but it meant to be grey. Hopefully it will dry a bit darker. That's the second coat of that. I think that's just drying. I think that will dry okay. Black. So there. The blue's there. All the way up to the wall there. Best thing to do the glossing. There's a door here. We're going to gloss the door last. Do the top skirting, go around. Then the bottom skirting, and then we'll do the door last because obviously we want to get out the door. So once the door's done, we don't be touching everything. So the best thing with glossing, I always find is just be careful what you're touching. So the thing is, like I said, door, window's been done, top glossing, back round, and we're all done, sorted. I have mask taped up around some of the bits because we've got the two different colours. Don't want to touch them, they will show up, the two bright, you know. That's the ceiling. Ceiling's nice, brilliant white. Door. Carried on the white. Fix the holes. Remember that horrible window? You see it back now. Horrible wall that was flaking away. So yeah, give the blue a go, I think. It does, it feels like it's opened up the room a bit.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away